Well, welcome again, Virgo. It's that time of the month where we look at your horoscope for the upcoming trends, and I want to focus this month on the retrograde Saturn in your seventh house here, which I think is pretty important. It's a time to deepen and mature your relationships, but the retrogression, that retrograde aspect, shows that you are definitely questioning a lot of elements in your relationships. Saturn's been transiting through here for some time now. But when the planet goes retrograde, it actually empowers it to do more of the same. So it's being fueled now, urging you on to look at those parts of the relationship that are not satisfying you, the components of the commitment that may have fallen by the wayside and need to be reignited. The new moon takes place on the 6th, as you can see here in the 11th house, forming a nice aspect to that retrograde Saturn. In other words, you can open a new chapter now if you're both willing and able to confront those problems that have been plaguing your relationship. I'm talking about those of you in relationships, of course. Some of you are not in relationships, and I'd put it to you that the most important relationship is the relationship you have with yourself. So you're not going to escape my reading tonight, Virgo. You have to deepen and mature the relationship with yourself if you're not in relationship with someone else. Now, the retrogression here is pointing to a redefinition of boundaries. What areas are you supposed to keep off limits? Privacy, balancing the give and take in any relationship is important. I think that's going to be part of the challenge that you have. Not just this month, but the retrogression sets in motion these wheels of self-examination, examination of the relationship, that sort of thing. So setting up boundaries, that's going to become more important for you. You need to negotiate that and define those boundaries, because obviously as you get older, you and your partner may start to develop different values. Our values do change over time as well. So here's an opportunity for you during that new moon phase to really, really talk about what it is you need to do to change things, to improve things. For some of you, I think the transit of Saturn may have set up a little bit of loneliness and isolation. Now, this may not be a personality problem so much as a circumstantial problem. In some relationships, one partner has to travel or, go on foreign visits. So there are times where, you're not together. Even in a situation where you're just doing the supposed 9 to 5, which becomes the 9 to 10, then of course longer working hours can erode the quality of the relationship, making you feel disconnected. So that's why it's important to talk now, Virgo, and get all of those sides of the equation balanced. This can have to do with professional partnerships. It can have to do with the people that you work with, and that may involve negotiations as well. If there have been some lopsided professional arrangements, now's the time to work through that, because the retrograde planets, and you can see here Neptune is also retrograde in your 7th house, so your idealism is very, very strong, but I think the practicality of things is not meeting that ideal. So there's a shortfall in terms of what it is that you want. On the 25th, you see also the movement of the moon triggering these two planets. So that's an important point in the month. being an emotional planet, it shows that some sort of reactive emotions might be the catalyst to start the ball rolling in that direction. The important thing here, I think, is that both of you have to agree on a commitment to improving the relationship, not just a commitment to each other. That's, you see that in most relationships, even relationships that have fallen apart. Divorce is not necessarily an option. So the commitment to the relationship is there, the relationship continues, but what I'm talking about is a commitment to really improving things, to growing together, and redefining the goal and the objective of what your relationship is all about. Now, I think I missed the full moon. Right now, there's a client wanting to talk to me, but I can't right now. I sort of went a little bit over the thing there. I got a little bit distracted. Point is commitment to the improvement of the relationship, not just a commitment to the relationship. I think that is the foundation of July 2024 for you. There's more on what's happening. Follow the links there. My faithful assistant Kay has made that available. The transit report for the month of July, along with the dailies and the monthlies and the weeklies and the yearlies, all of that stuff is available to you. Do subscribe, like our channel, come back. I'd love to see you again next month. Look after yourselves. Bye-bye.